Today's video tutorial, we're going to walk through our very first unit of the year. It's called the Canvas Challenge Scavenger Quest, and this is just going to walk you through kind of how to use Canvas and to change some of our personal settings on Canvas. So to get started, you should click on the B.I.T Semester 1 2020-2021 class page. And when it opens up throughout the entire year in 6th grade B.I.T, every assignment I give you, every quiz, everything will be under this link here called modules. You can also see it over here on the left. Both of these will take you to the same place. So we're going to click on modules to get started. The very first unit here is called Unit 1 Canvas Challenge Scavenger Quest. If you click on any of these units, you can make them collapse or expand, so it's just easier on the eyes. And we're going to expand Unit 1. The video you're watching right now is right here under the video tutorial. So if you click on that, that's how you can find this video. And we're going to start with Step 1. So Canvas is our digital online classroom. It enables us to communicate with students. It enables students to get and turn in their assignments. They can participate in chats and class discussions. It's just like a digital classroom. So what we're going to do today to get started is we're going to scroll down to where it says update your profile. And we're just going to put in some personal information about you just to kind of get Canvas updated. The very first instruction, starting with number 1, it says click account at the top of this menu on the left hand side of your screen, then settings to get to your settings screen. So I'm going to go right over here where it says account, and I'm going to click on that. Now, one little trick that you can do is where it says settings is just to right click on it and open it in a new tab. Now I'm using Google Chrome as my web browser, but I'm going to open this in a new tab. That way that I can stay on this screen right here to read the instructions. And if I click up here at the top on this new tab, I can see the user settings. So what we want to do is it says click on the round circle next to your name to change your profile picture. You can upload a picture of yourself from home or Google a picture of anything you like as long as it is school appropriate. See the picture below for help. So when we go to our account settings, there should be a circle right next to your name. And we're going to click on that to change our picture. Now, if you have a personal device, you could use the camera on it to take a picture of your face and put your face on there. You can use your favorite team, band, logo, whatever you want. I'm just going to go back up here to settings. And right here, next to the name, I'm going to click on this and we can upload a picture. So I need a picture. So I'm going to open a new tab. I'm a huge Kentucky fan, so I could put in Kentucky logo in Google, and we can just, click on one of the logos. Now, when you click on the logo, you'll notice that it opens up over here on the right. I'm going to save this logo. So I'm going to right-click on it, and I'm going to go to Save Image As. I got to save it somewhere on my computer before I can upload it to Canvas. So I'm going to click Save Image As, and on my desktop over here, I created a folder that I called Images. And I'm just going to, this is called Kentucky Wildcats. I'm just going to hit Save. We go back to our user settings, and I'm going to go down here where it says Choose a Picture. So I have to choose a picture that's saved somewhere on my computer. So I'm going to go to Images, and I'm going to click on, you can see I had a Colts logo I downloaded earlier. I'm going to use the Kentucky logo, and I'm going to click on that. Now what Canvas lets you do is kind of resize and move around this spotlight on your logo. Once you have it the way you want, you click Save, and you'll notice that now I have a logo as my profile picture. It'll change over here when we reload the page. So you'll see it appear over here in just a few minutes. So let's go back to the next step. It says on the right-hand side of your settings page, click on plus email address and add a personal email if you have one. It's okay if you don't, but now you'll get emails of important due dates, assignments, or messages from your teacher. So let's go back to the settings. Do you see over here on the right where it says email address? You're going to click on that, and if you have your own personal email, just type it in. Now, you don't put in your school lunch number or any of that. Just put in if you have your own, like, fuzzydog32@gmail.com or whatever your personal email may be. But you would just type that in and click register email. And you can see this account already has a couple of emails. So for example, I could put in my personal email, register, and they will send me a confirmation later that I could check. I hit OK just so they can make sure that email is legit. And you can see right over here, it now has my email. So the next step is we're going to go down. It says when you've updated your profile picture and you've added an email address, which we just did, you can move on to the next page by clicking on Next on the bottom right-hand corner of this screen. So right down here is a button that says Next, and we're just going to go to our very next task. So I click on that. Now we're going to link our Google Drive account to our Canvas account. So in the upper left-hand corner of the screen, it says click on Account and then go to Settings, and we've already got that open. In the middle of the page, under Other Services, click on Google Drive. A window is going to pop up asking you to log in to your Google account. If you aren't already logged into your middle school Google account, log into it now. Remember, your username email for Google is your lunch number at gwsk12.in.us, and your password is your school password. So let's go over here, and you can see on this picture, you're going to click on where it says Google Drive. So we'll go back to our account settings. I'm going to go to Google Drive, and we're going to click to authorize Google Drive access. When I click that, unless you're already logged into your school Google account, you're going to need to click in and log in. So I'm going to start putting in, this is just a generic one to use as an example, but it's very, very important. You have to put at gws.k12.in.us. You will have your school lunch number here. I have MS Student. You will have your school lunch number at gws.k12.in.us. We're going to hit Next. Now you put in your password and you click Next. It's going to sign in. You're going to get to this screen, and it's going to say to you, do you allow Canvas to link your Google account to your Canvas account? And we're going to say yes. And the reason we're doing this is from now on, anything you create in Google Drive, whether it's you type a paper or you create a presentation or a slideshow, you're going to be able to very easily turn it into your teacher on Canvas. So we do this now, and you won't have to do it anymore. So I'm going to click Allow. And you're going to notice now, right down here, it's going to say Registered Services. And we have now linked, you should see your school Google account is down here linked to your Canvas account. So let's go back. When you have linked your Google account to your Canvas account, click on Next on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen to move on to the next page. So we've already done the first two steps. We're going to go down here to the Next button, and let's see what we have to do next. Step 3, what I would really like to learn in B.I.T class. So on our first day of B.I.T class, we went over some rules and expectations and explained some of the things that we're going to learn in class. Leave a comment below telling me what is the #1 thing that you would like to learn this year in B.I.T class. And you can be creative. You don't have to say, oh, I want to learn to do touch typing, or I want to learn to create presentations. We're going to do that. So maybe tell me something that I didn't tell you we were going to learn that you would really like to learn. So all we're going to do is go right down here where it says reply, and I'm going to click on the reply button. And you're just going to type in one sentence, what you would like to learn. And you might say, I would like to learn how to create and edit videos. You're going to click post reply, and you're going to see that you have your profile picture. It'll have your actual name and the comment that you posted. Now, when you do this, you'll start to be able to see what other students have posted as well, so you can get ideas if anyone maybe wants to learn the same thing as you. So when you're done, we go right down here to next, and we're going right on to the next page. Now you're going to get to communicate with your teacher. Now there's multiple ways in Canvas that you can communicate with your class teacher. We just did a discussion a while ago, but now if you have a question or an issue that you want to talk just directly to a teacher and other kids can't see it, you want to send them a message. So the conversations or the inbox over here looks like you're opening email or something, or regular mail. This is where you can send any of your teachers a message in Canvas. So what we're going to do, starting with number 1, click the inbox link in the bar on the left-hand side of your screen to open up your messaging screen. At the top of the screen, click on the little pencil pen icon to create a message. So I'm going to do the trick we learned earlier. I'm going to right-click on this, and I'm going to open it in a new tab so we can stay on this page. And you're going to see up here it says Inbox. If we click right up here, there's a little kind of a pencil or a pen icon, and it says Compose a New Message. This is how you're going to message any teacher you have. So I'm going to click on that, and let's go back and see what it tells me. In the course box, select B.I.T. Semester 1, 2020-2021. In the To box, type in David Dean, then click on my name. In the Subject box, type in my favorite movie, game, and music. Now you're going to send Mr. Dean a message explaining what is your favorite movie of all time, your favorite video game that you've ever played, and who is your favorite singer or band. So don't forget to hit send. So let's go over here and let's go to course, and you're going to select a course, and we'll just go to where it says, favorite course, and I'm going to click on B.I.T. Semester 1, 2020, 2021. If you type in David Dean, you're going to see my name. We click it, the subject, favorite movie, game, and music, or band, or whatever you want to put. And just type one sentence. My favorite game is Super Mario Brothers 3. I love that game. I had over 10 million points on it one time when I was a kid playing it on the NES, the original Nintendo Entertainment System. So that would be my favorite game. And I don't care if you put these in order. I know I said my favorite movie first. My favorite movie is The Matrix, and my favorite band is, we'll say, Imagine Dragons. I know a lot of you like them as well. You hit send. Now, if you had a question that you wanted to ask a teacher, or there was a problem going on in class, or you had just something more personal, this would be the way to contact your teacher, because no one else is going to be able to see this. So I'm going to hit send, and you've sent your first message to one of your teachers. So let's go back. We go down to our little next button, because we finished that one, and we're going to see what's next. Now it's time to create your first assignment in Google Drive and submit it in Canvas when you're finished. You're going to type a paragraph about your summer break. There's only one catch. This entire paper should be written in the third-person perspective. So you're not going to say, oh, I had a great summer, we went to the beach. You're going to be talking about yourself. For example, You wouldn't say, this summer my family and I visited Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. I would say instead, this summer David and his family visited Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. The requirement for this paper is listed down here. You're going to log into your Google Drive account. We're going to do a new Google document. Your paper should have a bold and centered title called Summer Break. You're going to type at least 5 sentences about your summer break. The paper should be written in third person, so you're never going to say I, me, or we. It's going to be they, them, he, she. It should be double spaced. It should be a Times New Roman font, and your paper should have a size 12 font. So if we go back here, you should still have your original Canvas page. I have a link right here to Google Drive. So let's go log into it. You may already be logged in, and I am, from where I linked my account earlier. So I don't have to log in again. We're going to go up here where it says New, and we're going to click on Google Doc. And this opens up, many of you have probably used Google Docs or you used Microsoft Word. They're very similar. But if we go back and look at the requirements, if you remember, it needs to be double spaced, it needs to be Times New Roman font, and it needs to be a size 12. So let's go ahead and set those up really quick. I'm going to click up here where it says font, and we're going to look for Times New Roman. Now these should be in alphabetical order, so I'm going to go down to the T's, and right here is Times New Roman. And next, we needed to be a size 12. So I'm going to go to the size, and I'm going to click on 12. Now finally, we need to double space it. Now some kids think double space means when you get to the end of a line, you just hit enter a couple times. That's not how you do it. You can click one button, set it up for double space, and you're already done. So we're going to go right up here. There's these 3 lines with an arrow next to it, and it says line spacing. And if I click on this, I'm just going to go down and click on double. And nothing's going to happen. You're not going to see anything. But if I click on this right now, double, boom, it's double spaced. So remember, it told us up here that we needed to have a bold and centered title called Summer Break. So right up here at the top, it says center a line, and it's a little button we can click. A lot of kids just like to hit spacebar a few times, or they hit tab over and they say, that looks like the center. You don't need to do that. All you have to do is click center right here one time, and it'll take you right to the center. And we're going to call it Summer Break. And we need to bold this. So I'm going to highlight it, and I'm going to go up here to the top, and I'm going to click on the B for bold, and it's bold. So let's go to the end of the title and maybe hit enter a couple of times just to kind of get some space between the title and our paper. And we're going to go back to the left. We don't want to center our paper. You only center a title. So we're going to left align. It's right here next to center. We need to turn off bold because we only want our title bold. We don't want the entire paper bold. And we need to indent. You always indent a paragraph. And to indent, you press tab on your keyboard one time. Boom, we're ready to go. So now remember, we're typing in the third person. So I would say, David had a great summer break. He went fishing with his uncle. They caught a huge bass. They didn't eat the fish. They let it go back in the lake. He also played a lot of video games and bought a few movies. David spent most of his summer outside playing with friends. So we need to have 5 sentences. If you want to type more, that's okay, but you need to have at least 5. So let's look. David had a great summer break. That's 1. He went fishing with his uncle. That's 2. They caught a huge bass. That's 3. They didn't eat it. They let it go. That's 4. He played a lot of video games and bought a few movies. That's 5. He spent most of his summer break outside. That's 6. So we did it. Last thing we need to do. Notice up here in the left, this is called untitled. We want to give this a name. So when we turn it in on Canvas, it's really easy to find this and make sure we turn in the right assignment. So I'm just going to click up there and look what happens. Boom. Instantly. It took our title, Summer Break, and put it in there as the document's name. And that's great. This is my summer break paper, so I'll keep that. So now we're ready to go back to Canvas. And it says, go to the next page in Canvas to submit your paper when finished. We're done. Let's turn it in. So I'm going to go to next. And now you're going to get your very first chance to turn in an assignment on Canvas. Now, the way that we turn in this summer break paper is the exact same way you're going to turn in everything all year. And if you remember at the beginning of this unit when we linked our Google Drive account, this is where that's going to come in handy. Now you'll notice on most of my assignments down here, I have a rubric and it shows you what you need to do to get the best grade possible. This assignment is worth a total of 10 points and you're being graded on 5 different things. And if you do everything right, you get 2 points for each for a total of 10 points. So to turn this in, we're going to go right up to the top and we're going to click on Submit Assignment. We're going to go down here, and it's very important. You don't put anything in website URL. We want to click on where it says Google Drive because we did it in Google Drive. So if I click on Google Drive, it'll take a second. It will load up any documents I have in my Google Drive account. The first time it may make you authorize, and you can click on that, even though we did it before. Make sure you're logged in to your account. It might make you do it again. Click Allow. Some students, it will not make you do this a second time, but if it does, just type it in and look right here, summer break. You click it, you click link. Now we're not done. We've linked the assignment. Now we have to hit submit. If you need to type in a little comment to your teacher, you can. I just recommend leaving it blank. Don't waste your time. Just click on submit assignment. And if you go up to the top, right over here, you get what I call a receipt. I'll have kids say, oh, I turned it in. I know, I thought I turned it in. Well, if you turn it in, it gives you the submission. It tells, yep, check mark, you turned it in. It tells what day you turned it in, what time you turned it in. And here's what's most important. I always tell my students, a good student will take the 5 seconds just to double check they turned in the right thing. And the way you do that is right here where it says submission details. It takes 5 seconds to click on this and double check that you turned in what you wanted Mr. Dean to grade. So I'm going to click on this and you'll see a little window pop up and it'll show you your summer break paper pops up and you can say, you know, is this what I wanted Mr. Dean to grade? And here it is. And yeah, that's the paper you want me to grade. So you're done. We can go right back over here to the modules. Click on that. We turned in our summer break paper here. The next one is the bonus Canvas apps, and I just have some information about, you know, where you can download the Canvas apps for your phone or your device. I don't recommend using the Canvas app on your laptop or on your Chromebook or on your phone, your cell phone, but I do recommend having it on there because if I send you a message in the inbox or I put, you know, a discussion or something, it'll give you a notification and you'll know, oh, you know, Mr. Dean sent me a message, or you might get a reminder that an assignment's due, and it'll pop up almost like a text message and let you know. I always recommend using Canvas right here in your Chrome browser. So that's it. You've already finished your first unit. Let's say you get done and you're like, okay, well, what do I do next? If you could first collapse this unit because you don't have to look at it anymore. And if you want, I always tell kids, if there's another unit, you're more than welcome to click on it and get started and work ahead until we get to Unit 2 as a classroom. So you're always welcome to work ahead. That's how you do Unit 1, the Canvas Challenge Scavenger Quest. Good luck.